hearing podcasts talk about that film. So I need to check
Fade
it
to
out.
Black's awesome.
Or maybe they're talking about the song by Metallica. What do you got, Scott, at 90?
My number 90, The Entity.
Not bad.
Didn't make my list.
Didn't
but
make
it's a
my
good
list
one.
either. It's good.
I'm
I'm shocked that you picked that.
That's just like one of those films that's just fucking creepy as shit.
Not shocked that it sucked. Just shocked that you loved it like that.
Yeah, like
top 100.
Lots of cool nudity.
Yeah, lots of cool
All the
nudity.
weird boob effects.
Really creepy, like throughout the whole fucking thing, and then just that final line, "Welcome home, cunt," just creeped me out every time.
Is that how you agree, Rochelle?
I think I would get my ass kicked if I greeted her like that.
You'd get your ass kicked if you weren't like, "Hi, honey." She'd beat the shit out of you. I don't even know. I don't know your guys' relationship, but if you're not nice enough, she'd probably like, "Fuck you, bitch." Did she ever call you a bitch?
No.
Oh, I bet she has.
I'm sorry.
I've probably been a witness to it.
I'm sorry. We're not going to get personal here with your marriage. I didn't mean to bring that up.
That's all right.
So that's our top 10. Randy's going to do 20 next week, and
we can mock his list if we feel.
Yeah.
Which
he's a purist.
Oh, hey, a bunch of movies I've never heard of.
Probably.
Exactly. And don't do it as a movie snob either.
No, I'm going to
It's
do
gotta
it
be
based on stuff that
purely entertainment.
It's all stuff that
You love.
Yeah.
Not just to like throw it in our faces that we've never seen it.
Yeah.
Because there are going to be like, I would guess at least 15, maybe. Troma intro. Randy always starts these off, so go ahead, Randy.
Okay, so, Lloyd started like a lot of the indie filmmakers did, doing like smut films. Like H.G. Lewis started doing some, what are they, nudie cuties, I think they called them back then. And Ferreira, obviously, he started doing his porn or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen his dick.
Yeah, me too. But, Kaufman started doing little sleazy smut films, and then his first real movie, especially for Troma, was Toxic Avenger. That's probably that and Citizen Toxie are probably tied for my favorite Troma films. But,
that kind of like started off like the way Troma became after that. Just balls out weird and
it's
so we're not even talking about horror.
The blueprint.
Okay, so I mean, it's all gore. None of it's horror. It's,
I mean, Citizen.
No.
But
Toxic Avenger. It was horror, but they do the typical fucking overdub voice in all these movies.
It has a lot of horror elements, but more.
Yeah,
it's kind of a comic book movie.
Class of Nukem High is probably my second favorite after Toxic Avenger. And then
I don't know. I really love Poultrygeist a lot, and
see the musical aspect. It was annoying to me.
It
was kind of funny.
Too,
it was kind of funny, but
yeah, I think that one grew on you, didn't it, Randy?
It did. It grew on me with like every viewing, and like I just recently rewatched it, and I still maybe liked it even a little more than I used to. But,
and then when you talk about the history of Troma, well, we're not done with like, I don't know if we're going to run through their filmography, but a lot of actors or directors have gotten their start from Troma.
James Gunn, obviously.
Tiffany
Joe
Shepis.
Lynch.
Yeah.
Joe Lynch, yeah.
Well, not a lot, I guess, but...
No, I mean, Lloyd Kaufman is in a lot of ways like the H.G. Lewis version of Roger Corman. Like, he makes low-budget films. He got a few people their starts, and like now he mostly just he produced a lot more films than he made, and a lot of it was garbage, just like Roger Corman. He got a lot of people their starts, just like Roger Corman.
Just under the Troma title, there's probably almost 1,000 films that have been under that title.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, I'm sure someone does, but I don't. It's a lot. I don't know. Kaufman kind of brought the H.G. Lewis thing to like the independent filmmaking market.
And he is to this day like still supports like that low budget indie horror that
No, he's never changed. I don't know what his biggest budget was. It would have to have been after Toxie.
Yeah, maybe like a couple $100,000.
Because Toxic Avenger put him on the map, so it'd have to be after that. And I'm sure that wasn't a big budget.
No.
So maybe like Class of Nukem High or something like that might have been like his biggest budget. But after that, it was when he got notoriety, it was more even more guerrilla after that.
Lloyd's he's one of those dudes that can like amass an army of people to work for him for next to nothing because he's such a cool dude, and
right.
a nice guy, and he's like true and dedicated. He's not like some fucking money grubbing whore. He's
Did you say hooer?
yeah, I said whore.
Okay.
The Danny DeVito whore.
Hooer. He
Fucking whoas. That's the Dykes Clay hooer. Go ahead.
friggin' whores.
Yeah, he just he's all about like just helping everybody out, and yeah, he's constantly fighting back with the big budget companies, and
He's I don't know. He's a cool dude. He's funny. He's smart. He's still like sharp as fucking.
You think of
know.
him as a penny pincher, but like he does shit for free for fans all the time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's a penny pincher when it comes to
The-
getting shit done
yeah.
for himself. But like when it comes to other people, he he doesn't give a fuck. He'll record an intro for your podcast
Yes.
Yeah.
and be
you've
fucking
heard that.
totally funny about it.
Yep, and I even said something about like now I have to buy something from you, and he's like, no, you don't. Just go to this Troma YouTube page and blah.
Yeah,
I was like,
subscribe
oh,
to our
wow.
YouTube channel.
I was like, damn, dude, this guy doesn't give a fuck about money.
Greetings from Tromaville.
You sound just like
that is hilarious. Actually, that's really good.
yeah, he's like the fucking coolest dude. But I think in the early '90s to late '90s, I think that was like the best era of Troma.
It's hard to say. I mean, he had a stumble early on with Troma's War, which is pretty
It's- yeah.
dumb and lame.
It's just
and,
it's grown men playing fucking fake war in a
yeah,
woods.
it's like and that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
It's like when I used to play guns
exactly.
with my buddies
That's
in the backyard.
Me too. Yeah, so that's why I didn't really enjoy it.
If it were like a half hour shorter, maybe it could have been something. But like we were talking about earlier, one of Lloyd's serious weaknesses is dragging a film on farther than he needs
Yeah,
to.
2 hours long.
None of his movies should be more than an hour and a half long, but a lot of them surpass the hour and 45-minute mark, and one of
Right.
them is Troma's War.
Yep, Terra Firma and Citizen Toxic.
Citizens, yeah.
A lot of
Poltergeist
stuff.
is like an hour and 45 minutes, I think.
And
But
I
on
think
top of
even Return to Nukem High is even that length as well.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the Troma label is like too much content. They have like so much like.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
it's unlimited.
I don't know
content
what
you
the
can-
criteria is for being released on Troma, honestly. Like, if you just have to...
To send Lloyd an email.
No, this is all produced like not by him or whatever, but all the YouTube action. They put out new content like every single day, and I'm sure he just has like he has a crew that does that or whatever. But it's all it all feels like Troma. There's nothing that deviates from like the Troma feel from any of the content.
There's like the odd Troma film that's not by Lloyd Kaufman that's pretty good. Like Monster is kind of cool.
Redneck Zombies. Cannibal the Musical.
Yeah, and like some of the stuff that's not even necessarily Troma produced, but is just Troma released, like Bloodsucking Freaks,
the movie that we
and
did.
Combat Shock, and fucking Cry Uncle.
His Father's Day is in that category too, right?
No, that's an actual Troma film. That's made by
Oh,
Kaufman's
okay.
like brother or cousin or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then we did Hanger, and he puts his name on stuff like that too.
Well, and yeah, you can basically get Lloyd to act in anything as long as you'll pay his airfare and accommodations or
I
whatever.
even asked him that. I was like, "What's up with Hanger? You had to fly to Canada?" He's like, "Yeah." Like it was like no big deal.
Yeah, and I
but
remember-
I was about to fucking say that's probably the whole budget is to get you there, but that would have sounded insensitive if I had told him that. I don't know.
Well, the funny thing is, there was a story that Debbie Rochon had told us too about him, where he flew all the way there, thinking he was playing a different part. He thought he had a bigger role in the film, and he gets there and
He
he's
gets
only
the
like
fucking female prostitute
Yeah.
something. Yeah, he's never looked better in that, from that movie. I actually wanted to say that to him too. It's one of those things when you walk away from the guy, you're like, "Fuck, I wanted to fucking mention
like
that."
the Costanza. The Jigsaw called.
But Troma's like they are very. Hold on, I'm high. I'm super high right now. I'll be fine.
This should be.
I told you shouldn't have gotten high this early.
What's the word? Prolific.
Yeah, they're incredibly prolific. They churn out fucking content like, and that's what I'm saying. Like
They'll put out like fucking 3 movies a year at some point.
It seems like if you can get a movie made or whatever, that Troma will put their name on it. Basically,
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even talking about that. Like just like main based Troma movies. They'll like Tromeo and Toxie and the other one that we're doing. We're all
Terra
within.
Firma.
They're all within like 3 years.
Right.
yeah. Lloyd had a lot of output in the '90s, and they were like back to back to back there for a minute. But he's also had throughout his career, he's had a lot of downtime, and he's a very sporadic filmmaker.
And we were almost extras, kind of in.
Yeah, we missed it by just like a few.
I had to
minutes.
go fucking get my wallet, so I wasn't in the Troma clip.
Well, and even when we walked in, he had just finished up too.
Yeah, but I don't know. We missed out.
Yeah, we
that's
missed
the
it by
point.
just a few
That
minutes.
fucking sucks. We would have been in the Troma thing.
Yeah, it's your fault.
Well, I don't know. Leading up to that point wasn't my fault, but I went and got my wallet, and it was already down anyway. So
Wait, whose fault was it before that?
I don't think it was anybody's fault. We just left late because we were just kind of.
I don't
get
even
back
know
to
what
the
we were
hotel.
doing. Anyways, this is getting old.
But yeah,
So Troma, yes.
Troma was a lot of fun. You should always give it like.
Yeah, watch all of Lloyd's films, especially.
Yeah,
Which we narrowed it
Be
down.
very
to like 12.
selective with the Troma films that you watch that aren't directed by Lloyd. though.
right. Like I will definitely suggest to anybody, Cannibal the Musical. It
Yeah,
is probably
there you
one of
go.
the best.
I would
films
say
on that
if you're
category.
gonna watch a Troma film that's like not by Lloyd, watch Monstered, watch Cry Uncle by Joe Alvidson that directed Rocky of all movies. Watch Bloodsucking Freaks.
Oh yeah, Bloodsucking Freaks. Yeah, that's definitely another one.
So plugs. No, I almost said sponsors. Plugs.
Do your.
Well, yeah. First of all, we'll plug Juan Gutierrez, the awesome artist and friend who designed our logo. It's going on T-shirts. Ken ordered some, I think. Not yet. He's going to soon.
They take less than 2 weeks.
So we should have new T-shirts within the next month or two.
Yeah, looking forward to those.
So Scott, who you got to plug?
All right, well, follow us on Instagram at the Horror Drunks Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook at the Horror Drunks Podcast. We also have a Facebook group, which I want to get more active, so, come over, request to join us. It's under the Horror Drunks Podcast group. Follow us on Twitter. We're at the Horror Drunks. Also, check us out on iTunes. Or, well, I guess now it's Apple Podcasts or something stupid. They changed the name of it.
I have no idea.
But we're under Horror Drunks on there. And, yep, if you see more than 20 episodes, that's the one that you want to subscribe to, because there are 2 of them there. One of them only has like 7 or 8 episodes on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know.
But yeah,
I had to make 2 accounts. I
yeah,
forgot
so it was
about
just
that.
like a stupid malfunction. Pretty much that's all the plugs. I mean, you can check out my reviews at pophorror.com and horrorgeeklife.com.
Are you going to get to do the Friday the 13th review for the game?
I'm doing that for Pop Horror. Horror Geek Life already had someone reviewing it.
I was going to say that'd be the only one that anyone would want right now.
Yeah, because I'll say you can read my review for Raw. I've just posted that. And then, expect in the next couple of days I will have a review up for the Friday the 13th the game.
You honestly should wait till the servers are fixed.
That's what I've been waiting for. Like I had no issues this morning, so.
Okay, well, Quick Match doesn't work still.
Quick Match I've been able to get in within about 5 minutes.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the patch.
Yeah, I think that was the patch and like fixing a lot of bugs.
Because I tried it last night and Quick Match wasn't working still. So.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that's onto our.
Into our first film.
Are we done? No, I'm sorry. I was thinking I jumped the gun.
Nope, you're good. Say
Okay.
I think that's everything we needed to plug.
All right, cool. On to our first film.
We need a doctor for him. It's not right the way he's always crying. He never stops.
Hey, I can't afford to feed him. How am I going to pay a doctor?
Listen to him. He's your son.
Oh, don't hand me that.
Only you could have created this.
Bullshit! They said it was inconclusive.
Well, what did you expect them to say? You knew what it was like out there. You knew what you were exposed to. You didn't tell me.
And what was I going to tell you? They didn't tell us nothing. And they would have sprayed their own men.
Oh, listen to G.I. Joe.
The first film we're doing is called Combat Shock, which was released on May 14th of 1986. Stars, what was it, Eddie Pepitone?
No, that he just had a big part.
Okay, cameo, I guess I would say for him.
Yeah. So what? It was
Well,
the
that's before
director's
he was-
brother.
Giovanazzo.
Yeah, Giovanazzo.
And
Buddy
then the director
Giovanazzo.
is Buddy Giovanazzo, who is also the writer.
It's funny that they had like multiple fucking script reads as that lead guy, and then at the very last second he picks his brother.
That is kind of funny.
Yeah, like I'm sure
I mean,
his brother didn't even have to fucking try out for the movie.
But
Audition
personally, I
for the
liked his
movie.
performance in the film. He did a good job.
Oh yeah, I guess. Well, you didn't even like this.
Yeah, I'll say this is like it's a spoiler.
So if he had a good performance, then you'd at least like the movie.
Yeah, but the synopsis or the plot summary for this would be dangerously disturbed Vietnam veteran struggles with life 15 years after his return home and slowly falls into insanity from
It's my
his
last beer.
gritty urban lifestyle.
Wait, do you want